Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, back again with another follow-up review video, and this is for the Sony A7R Mark II. Still says A7R on the front, but on the back it says A7R2. This is the 4K 30 frame per second capable video camera. I mean, obviously it does some of the best high quality stills on the market today as well, but the travel size, the travel weight, the overall build quality of the camera, it's really good for, it would be good for professionals as well as non-professionals like myself, because I'm able to take this out and I'm able to capture extremely high quality videos and photos without having to haggle with the manual focus and that sort of thing. But what's cool about this camera is that when I am shooting a photo or a video, there's this little center button right here, and I can push it and then I can see the focus peaking, so I can manually focus if I want to, and I can see the little lines around the edges of the subject I'm trying to focus on. And that's good because I can manually focus even though I'm in auto mode if I need to. So that was something that really impressed me about this camera. And then obviously it's an interchangeable lens camera, so I'm not stuck with, like, I love the Sony RX10 Mark II, and I got some great videos and photos with it, but it's one of those situations where even though they were great, they're nowhere close to the quality of this. So being able to achieve even greater photo and video quality was important for me. But being able to do it with a platform that's easy for me to use, because I've used, you've seen my videos. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/IrixGuy. But you know that I've tried a lot of cameras, and sometimes I had good results, like the GH4 that I used. One of my best videos was the green monkeys in St. Kitts, and that was all manual, and I had everything just dialed in perfectly. But for every great video I shot with that camera, I had a lot of videos that were just lackluster. So it was hit or miss for me. Now, if you're a professional videographer or photographer, you may not have encountered those pitfalls, but for me, I did. And it was you know, every time I went out to shoot a video or shoot some stills, it was rolling the dice because I didn't know what I was going to get. And with this, I'm more confident that I can get consistently excellent footage without the guesswork. So yeah, the price tag is kind of high. I will admit this is an expensive camera, but like they always say, you know, one gets what they pay for, and if you're serious about video and or photo, this may be a good tool. And if you're really serious, this may not even be advanced enough for you. But for me, for my YouTube channel, this is a platform that I see myself sticking with for a while, because ultimately it's not just the camera body, it's the various lenses that go with it. So I mean, those add up in price, but I remain optimistic that this is the Sony E-mount system. I remain optimistic that Sony will hopefully keep the E-mount system going forward, so when they come out with A7R3, etc., I'll hopefully be able to use the same lenses. This is a full frame camera. Another great Sony camera is the A6300 that just came out at the time of posting this video. Now that's not full frame, but it's, you know, if you're wanting a camera body where you can use the same lenses, you know, maybe you want a B camera, that's a good one to consider as well. So I mean, I like the E-mount system. I like the Sony interface. The one gripe that I mentioned this before, I like how this goes out, the viewfinder on the back, and it can also go down. But what I dislike is that it can't go out to the front. So if you're doing face on video, you're going to need an external field display, or you're going to need to do what I do and pair this with your smartphone or tablet. In my case, I use the iPhone 6 Plus. And then with that, you can see what the camera sees. Just like I'm filming now with the AX100, I can see myself in the viewfinder, so I know if I step over here, I'm stepping out of the frame. It's good when you're not traveling with your film crew. But if I only had one lens for this camera, it would be this 24x70 Carl Zeiss. And you can find the camera, the lens, all the accessories. Check the link within this video's description. I've listed it all there to make it easier for everyone. But yeah, this is a good lens because it's got a decent amount of zoom. And keep in mind with this camera, if you switch between full frame and APS-C mode within the camera, the zoom of this lens actually increases drastically. You're not shooting in full frame at that point, but the zoom of the lens drastically increases. So that's another added benefit of using this camera and using this lens, because it's basically like having two lenses in one when you think about it from that perspective. But obviously the sharpest quality that I've seen has been from my prime lens. I've got the 35mm prime, and it's absolutely great. And just like this lens, with it, if I change between full frame and APS-C mode, I can increase the zoom of it without you know, having to put another lens on. So it's a really cool camera. I like it a lot. Still learning it. Again, check the link within this video's description. You can find it and the various accessories that I use for it. And be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.